Hi everyone, Rene Bastarache with the American School of Hypnosis, and I'd like to welcome you all here today to our live webinar on how 12 ways to make money with hypnosis. And this has been something that's been coming for a while because we have lots of people with practices, and they'll write to me telling me I'm doing this and that, and I say, why don't you try this, why don't you try that? So I figured here's one way to grab all of you and show you different things you can do that you can add to your practice, or if you don't have a practice, how you can start one and make money. Of course, that's the whole idea, is we're here to help people, but it's a lot easier to help people if you're making a great income. So let's see, want to see who's on today, and I have everything getting set up. And if you're, whoever's watching, if you go ahead and let me know who you are and where you're from. And let's see, okay, I'm getting my chat box. I keep on looking over that side, and that's because that's where my chat box is. So it's not that I'm trying to ignore you. I just want to see who's here and who's speaking. And we got Mike Kiesler, and he says, I hope you saw what I just wrote. Well, that's what I saw. If you wrote something before that, Mike, I didn't see it. So let me know where you're from. And Raluca's there. Hi, Raluca. She's in the next office over, but I speak to her more, I think, live than we do in person during the day. Live here on the computer. If I need something or I need to ask a question, I text her. So, as you're coming on, let me know who you are, where you're from, and all that good stuff, and we're going to get started. I see we have quite a few people coming on, so that's great. Now, the first and probably most evident way to make money with hypnosis, I'm going to go through each one because, like I said, there's 12 of them, so it's going to be kind of quick, and we'll speak a little bit about each one. And if you have questions about them, go ahead and type it in, and I'll try to answer questions about that one while I'm on it. And oh, Mike, you're from Indiana. All right, let's see. The first one is doing hypnosis sessions in an office setting. Okay, doing hypnosis sessions in an office setting is probably the bread and butter of hypnosis. Now, I'm talking about regular sessions for stress, for smoking, for productivity, for nail biting, for bedwetting, for pain management. People will come to your office, and there's so many things that you can do sessions on, depending what part of the country you're on. There's some places things work a lot better than others. When Raluca and I had our offices in Philadelphia, one of the biggest ones we did there was stress reduction, because Philly is a very stressful place, and we had an office right downtown in Center City, Philly. One of those things, if you didn't want to drive, you had to take a bus, then a train, then now, up here in Maine, probably the top one is smoking cessation, because who's going to come see you for stress reduction? This is Maine, vacation land, okay? You want stress reduction? Walk outside. You can hear the crickets and the birds. This morning, Raluca and I were going to Dunkin' Donuts, and she opened the window. I said, what are you doing? She goes, we're waiting in the drive-thru. She goes, I want to listen to the birds. You could hear the birds and the crickets because there's a nice little forest surrounding Dunkies. So, and we have My View. It's Unas from Atlanta. So we got Atlanta and Indiana. I know we got a lot more people, but they're usually quiet when they first come on. So doing sessions is the first one. And for those of you, oops, I just lost my whole program here. For those of you that don't do sessions because you might not be a hypnotherapist, well, we can correct that as well. And what we have, oops, I'm looking over here. I don't know why my computer pages keep on minimizing, okay? And what we have is coming up very shortly is we have a live hypnosis certification event, training event coming up on October 7th to 12th up here in Saco, Maine. And Raluca and I will be teaching this ourselves. So we're teaching this one personally. It's the first one we teach this year. Actually, we haven't taught in a couple years because we've been so busy with the association. So if you'd like to be taught by the person or the people who wrote the book on hypnosis, actually we've written about 60 of them now, but who wrote the book on hypnosis, this is the event. It's filling up pretty quickly. We've got a good sized class already, and we will have the link to this just below the video. So if you look at that link, you can click on that. It'll take you to this picture on this page, and it'll tell you what it's all about. This is going to be a 6-day live training, and it's going to be a what we call a double certification course, which means on the final day of class, you get to choose a second certification from one of our many certification courses. I believe it's any one of the home study courses from $400 and under, which is pretty much the majority of them, 95% of them. So if you want to specialize in past life regression, metaphysics, forensic hypnosis, pain management, we've got so many of them, smoking cessation certification, weight loss certification, you can choose one of those and bring it home with you, so that way you'll be able to learn another thing and become certified. So for those of you who are not hypnotherapists already, you can take this course, and on the last day of training, you walk away with your certificate. So 6-day training, on the 7th one, you can be working already as a hypnotherapist. See that? So we got you covered. So the first way to make money, like I said, is as a hypnotherapist doing live sessions in your office. And let's see. Now, number 2. Let me look, see if we have any questions here. I got to find my page and see if I can... what did I do? I actually already minimized. There it is. Okay. And JJB, good morning. We have somebody new in here. And so the second one, number 2, is doing telephone, or you can tell I've been doing telephone sessions for a long time, telephone or online hypnosis sessions. Now, Raluca and I were talking about this morning. She goes, do you want to still say telephone sessions? Because everyone now is doing Skype sessions, actually even gone beyond that. BlueJeans.com has a great program for doing private sessions. You don't even have to be on YouTube or Facebook. They have their own, I guess you could say, program, and everything is recorded in the, in the sky, Then who's the other one? Zoom is that the name of that, Luca? Zoom, is it? Yes. Yeah. So Blue Jeans and Zoom, and both of these programs, by the way, you can actually use them if you want to do groups and go live on Facebook. At least Blue Jeans goes on Facebook, Zoom goes on Facebook or on YouTube, or you can just do it completely private on neither of them, and where you can have people come on live and you can actually see them just like you're seeing me right now. So you would have a window here of them and a window here of you, and you can see them, they can see you. So when they close their eyes, you can make sure they didn't leave the room. So doing telephone session. Now the reason Raluca and I were talking about that this morning is because I still prefer doing telephone sessions. You don't really have to see somebody to be able to do a hypnosis session. But I guess I'm old-fashioned. I still like the security of the telephone, because doing online sessions, yeah, it does drop once in a while. You might even see while I'm talking to you today, I might sputter on and off, and that can happen. Probably not as much when you're using just one-on-one, because you're not using as much bandwidth, but having to do with how strong your computer is, how strong their computer is, can have a lot to do with the clarity of it. So with the telephone, you don't have that much trouble. Or you could even tell them, hey, I'll be speaking to you on Zoom, and if it gets dropped, give me a phone number. If it gets dropped, I'll call you back and we'll finish it on the telephone, okay? That could be another way you can do it, as a backup. And for those of you who aren't doing telephone sessions or online hypnosis, it's a great way to expand, especially if you're in a small town. If you're in a city, like when I first started, I was in a town, I guess you could say, of 30,000 people. Well, doing telephone sessions, you expanded your, I guess you could say, clientele from 30,000 to the entire country, or the entire part of the world that speaks the language you want to deal with, okay? Because someone can call me from the UK or from wherever without paying long distance rates. Isn't that great? So they can get you wherever they are. And also it expands your advertising. Instead of just advertising in newspaper or, whatever you're doing it with, Yahoo Local, you can advertise on YouTube, and anyone that sees you can come see you as a client. And if you've never done telephone or online hypnosis, you can go to the link below this video and click on our online store. That's one of the links down there. And we do have a telephone hypnosis course, which you can use for, let's say, any of the online programs. Shows you how to do it, what happens if you get disconnected, rules that you need to know, that kind of thing there. Are you ready for number 3? And remember, if you have any questions, folks, go ahead and ask your questions about what we're speaking about, and we will answer them for you. So number 3 is conducting group hypnosis sessions live, in person. Okay. How many of you have been to a group hypnosis session? If you've been to one, you could let me know in the comments here. And for those of you that are watching this when it's not live anymore, in the comments below, let me know if you've been to a group hypnosis session, what it was for, how it worked for you, or if you've conducted them and how you did it. Because any information we can put in the comments will help other people. And again, with our community, we like to help as many people as possible. So if there's some of these things you've done, let us know, preferably in the comments below, just in case sometimes when this records afterwards, the side comments, the live ones, get bumped. So if you put in the comments below what you've done, after this is over, if you want, other people will be able to see that and learn from what you have. So live group sessions. These are sessions you can do in your office. These are sessions you can rent a place. We've done them at the American Legion Hall, at the Elks Club. The Elks Club has a big, huge conference center, the one over here. We've rented the Hampton Inn Conference Center, Holiday Inn Express. We've done them at a lot of different locations. So you rent a room, you advertise in the newspaper, and you get out there and you do your live group. What kind of groups? You can do, probably one of the most common one is quit smoking hypnosis in a group. The thing is, you get a bunch of people, they're paying a less amount of money, so they like that, but with a bunch of people, you can be making a good amount. So let's say you charge $150 for an individual session, you might charge $50 or $60 for a group. And you could even tell them, bring a friend, and $10 off or 20% off, however you want to do that. So group smoking, group weight loss. Matter of fact, I used to rent, if you're going to rent a place for the evening anyway, and you're going to advertise anyway, why not double dip? So we're doing smoking at 6 o'clock and weight loss at 8 o'clock, depending on how long your sessions are. And what you're going to find is people are going to come in for one, and most of them are going to leave, but some of them will stay for the second one as well. So you kind of get a swapping, changing of the guards between sessions. And if you have a table in the back, you can sell your paraphernalia, which we're going to talk about later. That's actually number 12. Ooh, now you know it's coming. Okay, so you can sell things in the back. So doing group sessions, smoking, weight loss, past life regression, that's a big one. Raluca and I, many years ago, rented the Hampton Inn. Every Thursday night, we alternated a past life regression this Thursday, next Thursday, contacting spirits, going back and forth and back and forth. And if you've never done either one of them, and you'd like to know how, here's a secret. Download our free hypnosis manual. And if you go to the link below the page, below this video, you'll see the link to our main page, American School of Hypnosis, and you're going to see the link on the right. It says free gift. Click on that and you download our hypnosis manual. Go to the group session section in that manual and you'll see the exact process, the entire session that I used to do for past life regression, for I think contacting spirits is in there too. Excuse me. Smoking and weight loss. You have the entire thing. Whoa. That is worth coming to this webinar alone. And if you don't think so, I will refund your money for this free webinar. Okay, anyway. But it's a great manual, great program, and a lot of fun, especially the past life regression. After you've done the session, we go around from person to person and ask each one of them to talk about what they experienced. And that is a hoot. You'll really enjoy that. So that's number 3. Number 4. 4 is conducting online group hypnosis sessions. That's right, online. I've done many online sessions. Again, past life regression, weight loss, smoking cessation, anything you can do in person, you can do online. If you'd like to see some of our online sessions, matter of fact, right here in YouTube, you can go to my YouTube, I always have a hard time, is it playlist? Yeah, so the YouTube, just go to YouTube channel and punch in past life regression. And you're going to see some of the actual groups I did because we recorded them live and put them on here. And you'll see a lot of the testimonials of what I do is record each person afterwards, their testimonials of how they enjoyed and what they went through. So it's pretty fun to see. Those can be done, again, on Zoom. I used to do them on Google Hangout. Are they still around? Let me know if Google Hangout is still working. I know they were, about a year ago, they were changing their rules. They weren't going to have them anymore. And then they did have it. Then it went away. Then it came back and da-da-da-da-da. But I used to use Google Hangout, but it doesn't seem to have the clarity of a lot of the other programs today. And let's see. JJB, I have been to many groups and I'm getting ready to start doing them in my practice. I wanted to ask though, how do you advertise for that outside current contacts? Well, I'm going to ask you a question. Are you doing the group online or are you doing it in person? In other words, are you looking for local people or does it really matter? Again, us being a hypnosis school, most of my advertising is through YouTube. Matter of fact, we're doing a live training course. I just showed you the hypnosis certification event, and that is pretty much all online training. We've done, paid YouTube videos, some Facebook. I don't have as much luck with that, but so that's mostly YouTube videos, and we get a lot of response from that. But we only put it from the countries that are really going to come, so mostly the English-speaking countries, because I teach in English. Okay, so the UK, United States, actually Canada. So that's where I get most of my students. If you're doing a live group one, not online live, but just in person, I used to advertise in the newspaper. Okay. Like I said, most of mine are online now, but when I did the ones, in the meeting halls and everything, we advertised in the newspaper, and I usually, rented or paid for at least a half page. You don't want to get those line ads. You want to get picture ads, Something simple, what you're doing. Oh, to start live. I didn't think about it till you just said it. Very good. I'm glad I could help. Yeah, so newspaper ads is great. Radio. Maybe offer a free coupon. You can let them know that you're giving away 2 free seats, and radio will say, "Hey, they're giving away a seat at the Quit Smoking one. It's going to be at this night." That's a great way to get them because they like to give things away, but it's great advertising as well. But newspaper has always been the best one for those kind of things. Now, if you're doing something at a hotel, I know one of the hotels I did here in South Portland, they had a big marquee sign, and they weren't doing an awful lot of business renting their conference rooms. So when I rented the conference room, I said, "Can I use your marquee sign a few days in advance?" And for 2 days, they ran, quit smoking, lose weight with hypnosis, 6 and 8 p.m. Friday night or Saturday afternoon. You see what I mean? And this was on Route 1, which is a main road. Route 1 goes from northern Maine to southern Florida, to very tippy bottom, okay, down to Key West. So it was on Route 1. So a lot of people would see that and they go, "Whoa!" And that's what you want with group sessions. Okay, it's kind of what's the word I'm looking for? It's an excitement type sale. Okay, it's not something you want people thinking about. You want them to just see it and go, yeah, I'd like to try that, you know. So it's an impulse buy. Okay, if people think about it, they'll probably say, yeah, I'll go to a live session, or I'll wait till he comes back next time. But you want them to see, you know, $50 or what, you know, you don't have to put too much information, just brief information so they show up. Don't put a phone number, because if you're dealing with groups, you don't want to get that many phone calls from people who might not be coming anyway. It's like, $50, I spend that on a good meal. So they see it and they come. That's pretty much it. So I never put a phone number in an ad. One of my favorite places for advertising local things is the community bulletin. I hadn't even thought of that till now. Community bulletin board cable stations. Cable TV, you know, sometimes you're flicking through the cable and you find a station that just plays music, almost like a radio station, and they might have advertisements coming up, you know, Joe the plumber and Bob the carpenter and so and yard sale and, you know, bake sale and all these different things coming up. Call the cable company and ask them which channels do that, and if they, you know, if they're the ones that do that, ask them how much it is. When I did it, it used to be $150. I think it was $150 a month or something. It was ridiculously low. And whenever there wasn't programming on that channel, which there usually wasn't, your ad would come up. Maybe depending on how many people are doing it, you know, Christmas would be a lot busier, but during most of the year, maybe every 15 minutes, it would say, quit smoking, lose weight easily with hypnosis, and, you know, where it was. Group things like that, that's all you need is, you know, quit smoking easily and permanently, something like that, or lose weight easily and permanently with hypnosis. That's actually one of my favorite ads to put on television. And, you know, the date and location, you know, Hampton Inn, 3 o'clock Saturday, $30, $50, whatever it is. So that works really well. It's cheap, and people, that's one of those things that people will, a lot of people, when they're cleaning the house or just sitting around the house doing nothing, will play that in the background instead of the radio, because it has something that they could see. People like to leave the TV running. Or somebody sitting down watching TV, you know, channel surfing to see what's on. They stop and they see that. Okay, so there's a lot of different things, but that's a quick one you can do. Let's see. Yeah, Raluca just said Facebook local. Either way, Yahoo local. Yeah, those are very good ideas. All right. So what were we up to? That was number 4, wasn't it? Group hypnosis sessions, smoking, past life regression, weight loss, contacting spirits. And if you don't know how to do groups, again, the free hypnosis manual will show you how, but we also, I believe we even have a group hypnosis course. At least we did. Might be time to revive it. Let's see, number 5, conducting corporate hypnosis sessions for smoking productivity. Now, that's something else. If you are comfortable with doing groups, get into the corporate group market. Productivity is really important to a lot of these groups. Matter of fact, a lot of these corporations are having morning yoga, morning exercise, things to get the people going. A morning hypnosis session for productivity, or even once in a while, a lot of business people would like that. Smoking, a lot of workers, a lot of corporations, if they have workers that smoke, their insurance rates are higher, so they want to get everybody to quit. Restaurants, they want to get you to quit because their workers are always going out for breaks every 10 minutes, and people that don't smoke are upset because they don't get breaks, okay? So let the businesses know that you do group smoking sessions, and you don't need to have an office. You don't need to rent an office. With this, you go to their location and you do your groups. Now, if you want to push that a little further, what I used to do is advertise group hypnosis sessions or individual hypnosis sessions for corporations. So they'd have everybody meet in a room, and I would test them all to find out whether they're analytical or non-analytical with the different suggestibility tests. And I'd let each one know, okay, if your arms went, like this, you're non-analytical. If they stayed like that, you're analytical. And remember what you are. Then the boss would give me an office, and the secretary would send them in one at a time, and I'd give them each an individual session. But it went really quick, maybe 20 minutes, half an hour each, because I already tested them, explained what was hypnosis was, and all the preliminaries in a group first. So just bang, 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 bang. Now, with a group, if you're charging, let's say, $30 a head for the group, let's say, or $50 a head for the group, in a individual group like that, I would charge them. I'd say, look, for a little bit more, maybe $85 or $100 a head, I'll give them an individual session, which will be a lot more powerful. And you also let them know that sometimes people don't work really well in a group, even when you're doing a large group. Say, for any reason this doesn't work for you because you're a little bit more resistant or you're fighting it or whatever, come see me for a one-on-one session in my office, and I'll only charge you the difference in price. So if your group was $50 a head, and you can do this in your own groups too, and you normally charge $150, when they come see you in your office, you're going to charge them the difference, the $100. So groups are a great way to get or to seed your individual practice. See, great suggestions. Thank you. Nobody does them here, which is ironic because I live right between D.C. and Baltimore. Whoa, you must have a lot of smokers there. So you'd think it would be all over the place. I'll try those. Yeah, you'd think it would be all over the place, but the thing is, it takes a different kind of hypnotist to be able to do groups, public speaking in front. Most of them just want to do their little sessions, We used to have a hypnotist come around here that would do nothing but group smoking, and he'd do a chain. This weekend he'd be in Portland. Next weekend he'd be in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Next weekend he'd be in Manchester, New Hampshire. Then he'd be in Boston. So all over New England, he would go to these different locations and advertise in the paper and different ones, going here, going there. And we'd probably see him up here at I think it was a Sheraton Tower Hotel in South Portland twice a year. And people got used to it. They saw him coming every year, and then next year they'd bring their friends. And he used to give a guarantee, 100% guarantee. If you don't quit, next time I come around, you can come and attend for free. Bring a friend. Okay, because with groups, the more people you have, they give you hundreds of seats anyway. The more people in the audience you have, the better it works because people feed off each other. Whew, so we're going, oh boy, I've been talking, half an hour. I got to speed up. I'll give less information instead of talking real fast. I don't want to sound like the chipmunks. So that was number 5. So number 6, creating hypnosis MP3s to sell on your store on Amazon or your personal store. Now, this can include doing complete sessions. It can include doing sleep MP3s. Matter of fact, if you join our AIA Hypnosis Forum, it's free. The link's below this here. We have a live forum, and you'll see there's one of our members, you have to join to find out, he's made a business of doing just that. Selling sleep MP3s. Does a great job. He puts out, he must have hundreds of them. Anyways, so he does that. He advertises free on YouTube. So there's a lot of ideas out there, relaxing music, affirmations. There's so many things that you can create and put them on MP3s. You could still make CDs. I think CDs are being sold. I don't want to say tapes. That's a long time ago. Okay, but that's how we started, making tapes. Not 8-track tapes, cassette tapes. Okay, so I'm not that old. I do remember 8-tracks though. So you can make those and sell them on Amazon, sell them on your site, and there's a lot of other places you could sell them. You can even sell them on iTunes as podcasts. There you go. And because a lot of people will download these and listen to them, at their home. I was going to say while driving. You don't want to listen to sessions while driving. Bad idea. Bad. No. Okay. So creating hypnosis, MP3s, sessions, that kind of thing. Number 7, one of my favorite, is writing books in PDF, in Kindle, or in print. Okay, most of our books are in PDF. You find them on our site. Because it is such of a niche hypnosis. We sell some of them on Amazon. We sell a lot of them on our website, on my online store. But like I said, I've got over 60 books that we've written already, but a lot of them, probably half of them, are specialty books for training that I use for, like, with the instructors. I have several books that are for that, and for specialized training. I might have a book for this, book for that. Matter of fact, Luca and I are in the midst of writing a really big self-hypnosis one. Might take a year or so. Who knows how long it's going to take, but it's a big project, But, so writing books. Matter of fact, here's one I was going to show you. How to make $100,000 a year as a hypnosis practitioner. So kind of like what we're talking about tonight, 5 separate ways to earn a 6-figure income in your first year. Now this says 5, okay? I'm doing 12. Oh, it's not that this webinar has a lot more information. This is just in a lot more detail. It tells you, different ways of making money that, for full-time, all of them are full-time type things that you could do together. How many sessions you need to do for this, and if you charge this, how many sessions. So it's kind of, all the math is done for you. Shows you how to work smarter, not harder. But that's one of the many books that we have on our site. There's a lot of books. Here's another one we wrote a while back. How to Attract the Life You Want. Learn a new way of thinking, showing you how to use your mind to get what you like. And then we have, like I said, private books that can't be bought. But here's one. Wake Up and See Who You Are. It was actually a big CD program we made a while back. It came in one of those plastic cases that you can open up, and I think it had close to like 16 CDs that went with this, and this is the workbook that went with that. So like I said, we've got quite a few things, but the neat thing about it, that's what you call passive income. Books are being sold on your store. We have books being sold on Amazon. I sold some this morning when I got up. It's neat to get up in the morning to look at your phone and see that you already made money and you haven't even walked into the office. That's the great thing about passive income products. Once you put them up, they keep on selling. They keep on working even when you're not. So you can be on your day off, where Luca and I will be out traveling somewhere and say, oh, we just made a full-time income today. We sold this and we sold that. And so it's a really great way to make an income. Matter of fact, our business, the majority of our business is passive income because it's turning, it's like anything else, into an online business. So the majority of everything comes on online and can be automated. And most of these kind of business can be, except for live sessions. So that was number 7, writing books. And a little plug, if you don't know how to write a book, we actually have a course on how to write a book. Everything A to Z will help you. The way I write my books, matter of fact, I think it gives like 20 different kinds of books you can write. And one of my books, I don't have it here, it's on my bookshelf. I got a bunch of them there. We even wrote a book in one day. The book is called How to Write, Publish, and Sell a Book in One Day. Don't suggest it. It's tough. But that was a really fun book to write. We started writing it first thing in the morning. And by the time we ended that day, we sold 27 copies of it. And I even put the list of all the 27 people in the book, okay, as a thank you, kind of like in the credits. That these are the first ones that bought. And then it went out in the market. So that was kind of fun. How to write, publish, and sell a book in one day. You can find that, I believe, on Amazon. Number 8, creating hypnosis-related courses, or any course really. As you can see, you go onto our online store, and we have, probably close to 20, 25 courses. We're always putting new ones up, taking old ones down, altering, adding to. But online courses is a great moneymaker for hypnosis. So in addition to your doing sessions, you can be selling courses online on your webpage. What do you write a course on? What do you specialize in? What do you enjoy? What do you want to be the best in, or known as the best? Like they say, if you want to be in the top 10% of society, be an author. And it makes you in the top 10% of whatever you do. Because would you rather go see a practitioner who just does hypnosis, or one who wrote the book on it? Or, a doctor, if you have a heart procedure, would you like to go see someone that knows how to do them, or the one who wrote the procedure on it? You see what I mean? Being an author makes you looked upon a lot differently, just like being an instructor would. So creating hypnosis courses, it's the same thing. by writing a course, people say, wow, this person really knows their thing. So what do? Are you into metaphysics? Create a metaphysics course. Are you into the clinical thing? Maybe make a course on how to quit smoking, the different mindsets having to do with it. PTSD, whatever you do, if you're good at it, write a book. Doesn't have to be a big thing, 30, 40 pages. If you're good at something and you can put good quality content, people will buy it. People will appreciate it. And hey, Connie Brown from Las Vegas. And you just woke up. You didn't miss anything. You didn't miss everything. We're up to number 8, so we're still so a little bit more than halfway. And once we're done, by the way, because this is so long, and we're going to be cutting out all the half-hour preface to the, my little hypnotizing thing. It'll probably be down for about maybe an hour or so, but it will be online so you can see the rest of it. How's that? Good to have you with us. So, writing books, and we do have a course on how to write books, like I said. Number 8. That was 8, I'm sorry. Creating hypnosis-related courses. Now, if you've never written a course and you want to know how to do it really easy, there's a company called Udemy, Udemy. They're a course company. And you can go through their step-by-step process, and they'll show you the easy way to write a course. Now, these are inexpensive courses. Most Udemy courses are very inexpensive. But they'll show you the ins and outs of how people like to take courses. You can do a portion of the course and a test for each one to make sure people are staying with you. And you can sell it right there, and they will pay you for it. Or you can make your own and do it monthly like we do. We have our regular home study courses where you can buy the whole course, or you can go through ClickBank on our store. It'll say monthly payments. Go there and you'll see we have a lot of courses like a home study course. You can pay for the full course, or you can get it for $40 a month through ClickBank. And what it is every month they take a payment out, and as long as you're paying, you're getting the lesson until, I think with the home study course, it's 10 lessons, and then you're certified. But we have that with a lot of our courses with ClickBank. It's great because they pay you twice a month, and I know that, I think with us, it's every other Wednesday, we know that ClickBank checks coming in. So it's almost like getting a paycheck as a independent or self-employed person. So that's really good. Let's see, number 9, creating monthly membership programs. Now we're getting there. Monthly membership programs for those of you that are graduates of us or who just want to learn more about hypnosis. You've probably been on our AIA membership site, and you can find that in the link below this if you want to see what it's like. You don't have to join, but you can get on there and see all the unbelievable benefits we have on our membership site. So for $20 a month, and again, we do it through ClickBank, and when somebody signs up, it's so automated, it's silly, okay? And we can just keep on adding things, because once you put stuff online, you're not paying for it. It's what do you call it, digital products. So you can keep on giving more and more products. So for $20 a month, we've added so much throughout the years, they're getting like thousands of dollars worth of merchandise for $20 a month. It's ridiculous. Matter of fact, our courses, I think we have like five, maybe 6 courses, including the how to write a book course, the smoking cessation course. We have, what are some of the others? A comedy hypnosis course, telephone hypnosis course are all on there. Every month they get a different lesson. So with the smoking course, I think it's like 5 or 6 months, and then they take the test, they're certified. Then the 7th month starts the next course. So we have that going on for the first year or two. And when you get on there, and monthly we have new scripts coming in, giving scripts to people, books to people. So you can do so many things with a membership site. And the membership site is people sign up, and ClickBank will keep on charging them $20 a month as long as they want to, they stay with us. I have some people that have been doing it for years, some people that sign up for a month and leave, so it's all up to the person. But it's basically an association thing where we teach them how to be successful in business. So the school shows you how to be a hypnotherapist. Once you graduate, you join the association, and that teaches you how to be successful as a hypnotherapist, teaching you a lot of the things we're talking about today. marketing, how to expand, getting you into different courses so you can just be better at what you do. And again, we also have the forum so you can speak to other hypnotherapists as well as Raluca and I and ask questions. And so it's all about your success. It's amazing how many people will join a business like this and they go, I don't know what to do. And there's so many materials out there, so many things that help them with success, but they just don't get it. They say, wow, I can't pay $20 a month. $20 a month. You spend more than that. I spend more than that in coffee. Okay. I mean, Raluca and I go out, I think it's like $5.20 every single morning for our 2 iced coffees. We do that, and that doesn't make us any more successful. Matter of fact, I told her today I want to stop with the caffeine. Sometimes we go twice a day. I keep on joking with them at Dunkin' Donuts that, which one of these employees am I paying for, with all the coffee we buy. So for $20 a month, you can get an awful lot of information. So go to that link below, the AIA Hypnosis Benefits, and you'll see all the different things. It gives you a whole long list because it's too much for me to say here. Let's see. So create a membership program. It can be something with what you do. It can be with live sessions. It could be with your recorded programs. So it could be with anything you want. I find the program that I use is a program called Wishlist. Wishlist is a plugin that will go into your WordPress. And I can't remember how much it was. I bought it so long ago. You buy it once and you just use it for years and years and years and years. And it automates everything. You put like a course, you would break it down month by month and you would put it in and tell it which month, what day you want it to go out. So like right now we have, let's say we have 100 people and they all signed up on different days, but they're all getting a certain amount at the end of each of their months. You see what I mean? So it takes care of all that for you because that would take a couple employees just to organize that stuff. Number 10. Conducting comedy hypnosis. Comedy hypnosis. We also have a comedy hypnosis course if you'd like to be certified and learn how to do that, or if you're already doing it. Comedy hypnosis shows, I should say, not sessions. Comedy hypnosis shows can be one of the funnest things you've ever done in hypnosis. I actually did them, quite a few of them, for I'd say about 14, 15 years when I first started doing this. Matter of fact, when I first got into hypnosis, or before I got into hypnosis, I was an entertainer, for those of you that would have never guessed. I was an entertainer at a theme park here in Maine, and I was actually in charge of all their entertainment. So besides doing 5 different things, I was a magician, I was the Birdman, I did, all kinds of things with live birds and cockatoos, and I did all kinds of stuff with them. But besides all that, I also handled all their, I hired all the bands and the different entertainment for the park. So I wanted to expand. I said, comedy hypnosis, which is what got me into this. So I went to become certified, learned hypnosis, and guess what? I got into clinical hypnosis and started a school. I still did comedy hypnosis on the side for, like I said, about 15 more years. Now I don't have time for it, so I stopped a few years ago. But we've trained lots of people. Marshall Manlove, again, if you get in the association, you'll see his name. He does a lot of comedy hypnosis. One of our graduates does them all over. Matter of fact, I think I might be done now, but I know he was doing like 2-3 shows a day at the New York State Fair, like every single day, He does them almost every year. So comedy hypnosis is a lot of fun. Around graduation time for high schools, they have those project graduation programs overnight. You can go do those. I mean, figuring your sessions, you're charging $150 a session. When you do individual sessions with a comedy hypnosis show, you can get anywhere from, when I did it years ago, $900 a show to $2,000 a show, depending where you're doing it. Again, if you're doing multiple shows like at a theme park, you might go down to only like $400, but you're doing 2 a day for how many days they're open, So that can be very lucrative. It's a lot of fun. A lot of times you want to check into the place first because usually you have to bring your own PA system with you because a lot of these places, I'm not a theme park, but a lot of the smaller places, like maybe high schools, or if they're having it at a hotel or a restaurant, won't have their own system. So that's really the hardest part, is going in 20 minutes earlier, setting up, and then you just get out there and do it. And if you want to see what that's like, our YouTube channel has a lot of comedy hypnosis shows when I used to do it. So click comedy hypnosis or type that in on our site and you'll see a lot of the comedy stuff I used to do. Let's see, where are we getting to? Number 11, teaching hypnosis certification courses. You can become an instructor. Wouldn't you like to be an instructor? In fact, I get something to show you about that. You can become an instructor, and right here we have a drive going. Every September we have our major September Hypnosis Instructor Drive, and we're doing that right now. Matter of fact, there's not many days left in September, so I think we only have a few days left where we give huge discounts. We're talking hundreds of dollars off the regular price of the course. This is a home study course, okay, and the link is, again, below this video. You'll be able to find a link to where you can look at the home study course, and there's an application. You apply for it, which basically asks you why you want to be a hypnosis and a couple questions. And we will send you all the detailed information about becoming a hypnosis instructor. Excuse me. With this, you'll be able to teach your own students. This is a great addition to a practice. When I first started teaching hypnosis, I was a practitioner, and when I first started that very first year, I more than doubled my income. So being a hypnosis instructor can be very lucrative. See, you can't see me, so I'm drinking water right now. So this is a home study course, by the way, and you'll find out when you click on the link to go look at it. So everything is at home. If you're not a practitioner right now, also included with this is the Hypnosis Certification Practitioner course. It starts out with that because, again, we want to make sure, especially if you're trained with someone else, that you take our training, because in order to sell a Mercedes, you need to know what a Mercedes is like, even though you understand Ford and Chevy. So you get to take the course, and so you get certified in that, then certified as an instructor, and it also comes with training and telephone hypnosis and marketing, and there's an awful lot that goes with it. You'll see there's actually about 3 or 4 different, information from 3 or 4 different courses within this. So that's going on right now. So go ahead and apply. You got a few days left to get the huge discounts for our hypnosis instructor course. Hi, I'm back. So, matter of fact, that's one thing. Luca and I were teaching it for quite a while. We used to teach classes. We do this for our vacation. We go down to Jacksonville, Florida, and we teach a class down there. And again, it would be a write-off, okay? And we get usually a big conference room and regular rooms. And of course, we just stay a little bit longer. One year, this was cool. One year, we went down to Williamsburg, Virginia. I love the pottery factory they have down there. But Williamsburg, Virginia, we went to Busch Gardens, all that. But in Williamsburg, I believe it was a Hampton Inn we trained at. Because right across the street was this beautiful pasture with horses, and it was just very colonial looking. But they gave me a room that had a hot tub in it, beautiful, big room, and it had a door adjoining our conference room. And the conference room had a full bar and living room, and it was like huge. It was like I guess you could say living room, conference room combined. So at the end of class, we could open the door, and it was like we had, well, actually a place bigger than an apartment. It was bigger than a house between the two, so we had to open. And that was great. So we stayed there, I think, for about a week and a half. We had a good time, besides going down there. So it's a great write-off. You write off your vacation. You can travel anywhere doing hypnosis training, meet a lot of great people, or you can just do it at home. Do it once a month, once every few months, and you still have your practice, you see. Matter of fact, you'll eventually get people from your practice that might even want to go. That'll feed it. So it's a great way to expand your business. Okay, and what I did is when I went to the other thing over there, I closed everything off, so now I have no idea where everyone is. Oh, there's okay, there we go. I lost my comment. So if any of you have questions on any of this stuff, we're almost done. We have one left. So if you have questions on some of these money makers, let me know before we go off. And the last one, number 12, drum roll please, is selling hypnosis paraphernalia or novelty items online or in a physical store even, such as t-shirts, mugs, CDs, crystals, figurines, etc. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. And oh yes, Raluca, thank you for well, I mentioned that at the beginning, my commercial. There's still time to sign up for our live 6-day class. And if you want to attend, and even if you are presently a hypnotherapist with us, if you've taken the home study course already and you'd like to get some live practice and see how I teach, or you're an instructor, okay, with us and you want to come to a live class, okay, what we do is we'll give you a special rate if you already took the home study course towards the live course, so that way you're not paying twice for your home study course. So you can do that, and again, we'll have the link below this. We'd love to see you there. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're really looking forward to it. And by the way, it's in October, and the nice thing about it is in October is the foliage up here in Maine. So the leaves are beautiful. The hotels are going to be pretty full because of that. Everybody comes up here and tour. So it's the foliage, and also the hotel is about, I'd say about 5 or 6 miles from the ocean. So you can go see the ocean. Get up early, go see a sunrise, and come to class. Tell us how great the sunrise was. Maybe I'll join you. So that's coming up October 7th. It's not too late to sign up. We'd love to see you there if you can make it. So, number 12, selling hypnosis paraphernalia and novelties online. And just to show you some of those, let's see, where's my store? Here's my store here. And I'm going to take you back. Here I am trying to find the computer right over here. Okay, this is our online store. Okay, books, hypnosis. And I think I might have showed some of you this before. We have a hypnosis t-shirt page. So see, you can sell things like this and you can have a lot of fun with it. And matter of fact, Raluca wants me to order this one here really quick for her. That's her favorite. And Hypnosis Diva. I'm not able to move the page, right? Okay, that's just where it happens to go. So Hypnosis Diva. There's a lot of fun ones here, but you can sell that. When we first opened a hypnosis office in Sanford, actually about maybe 6 months after we opened it, we actually rented a pharmacy. It was a huge building. It was a pharmacy that went out of business, and we went in, and in the front of it, we separated it into classroom for the school and a small office for sessions. But in the front, I had a little store, physical store. And it was also hypnosis and metaphysics center because we did a lot of past life regression. So when people walked in, I had a little store where they can buy crystals and they can buy books and all kinds of metaphysics related things. We sold our CDs there. We sold t-shirts. We sold everything you could think of. I mean, I even got those polished stones, okay? And I'm going to come back here for a second. I even went to the dollar store and bought those big bags, like a net bag of like 25 or 30 polished beach stones, and put them on my shelf saying lucky stones, sold them for $1 each, okay? And couldn't keep up with them. Matter of fact, anything I had with dragons, I'd go to different stores and I'd see them selling these, not plastic, but they're made out of some kind of polymer resin. Anything that had dragon paraphernalia, dragon related, I'd put them on the shelf, and of course we had big windows. When people walked down the street, they could see what we had. And they would usually sell the exact same day. I don't know why people are so enthralled with dragons, but they is. So anything you can do like that you want to sell. The nice thing about it is we would do the session. At the end of a hypnosis session, I'd walk people up front in the store, and they put their paperwork down on my desk so I can get payment from them. And usually I'd say, oh, just a minute, I got to go get my receipt book. I'd walk up back, giving them enough time to look around the store. When I come back, they usually bought about as much in paraphernalia as they did in what they paid for the session. Okay, so you can double your income that way. Same thing if you're doing sessions, having an online store. Making your button come from the store even. So that way, if, for them to get a hold of you, they get to see some of the items. Now, some of these online store companies, I'm going to ask Raluca, she'll hear this in a few seconds, what the name of that online store is that we were using a while back. But as you're building a web page, you can have your store items in the sidebar alongside. You've seen my sidebar. Mine doesn't have a store because I built my store from scratch in HTML language. I didn't use a store program. But there are store programs where you can have it in the sidebar and you can put your number one items and they click on it to see what it's about and it takes them to the store. So you can advertise. Some of these programs will have, from the store, you can advertise right from your web page and put that advertisement on Facebook even. So you're selling, like one of those T-shirts as you're scrolling down will be on Facebook. You click on it, it takes the people to your store. So there's a lot of cool ways of doing that. So having an online store is a great way, and that's number 12 in how to make money. So for those of you that just came in, I'm just going to go through the 12 really quick, and that'll be it. So if you have questions, go ahead and type them in now. Number 1 was doing hypnosis sessions in an office setting. Number 2 was doing telephone or online hypnosis sessions. Number 3 is conducting group hypnosis sessions live. 4 was conducting group online sessions. 5 is conducting corporate hypnosis group sessions or even individual sessions. 6, getting the fingers here. I'm not able to see the screen because I have my papers in front of the screen, so I'm hoping you can see that one. 6 is creating hypnosis session MP3s to sell on your store or CDs. 7 is writing books, PDF, Kindle, in print. 8 is creating hypnosis related courses. You can do it on Udemy or ClickBank. And let's see. That store I was telling you about, number 12, is Equid. Equid is a great plugin for WordPress, and it has online store. You take a look at it. It's really cool. I think you could do like up to 10 items for free or something. So that was 8. Number 9 is creating monthly membership programs. 10 is conducting comedy hypnosis shows. 11 is teaching hypnosis certification courses, becoming an instructor, which will also put you in the top 10% of society, and people want to come see you as a practitioner more because you're a practitioner and an instructor. And number 12 is selling hypnosis paraphernalia, novelties in a stationary store, live store, or online. So there's all 12 things. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have anything else you'd like to add to how to make money, please leave it in the comments below. And please, if you're in hypnosis and you have hypnosis friends, share this with them. That's the best way to help people to grow. We're all in this community to help each other. If you haven't joined our free hypnosis forum, go ahead and sign up on that. The link's below. I'd love to get to know you folks, speak to you further. So that is free as well, and it's a great way to meet a lot of other people and to learn from each other. And don't forget, we are teaching a live class very soon. So we'd love to see you at the October 7th Hypnosis Certification course. If you can't make it, we have a home study course at our online store. And we even have monthly payments, so anyone can afford to start their own business. With that, I'd like to thank you all for being part of our community and for joining us today. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that, so when we have future things like this, we can let you know, and click on that bell. That bell is what lets you know that we're live. Sometimes we come on earlier, or sometimes we just pop in. And you welcome my view, and thanks for coming, and everyone have a great weekend. Oops, and I'm trying to find there we go. Bye-bye now.